Hello, 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 and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dielle Charon, and I am a seven-figure sales coach, and I am unpacking everything behind my $1 million year times two. This is my second $1 million year in a row where I made over $1.5 million in my coaching business with a little under 2,000 email subscribers and 7,000 followers on Instagram. So we're still rocking with our small audience and making millions and millions of dollars. Here was the good, the bad, and everything in between. So let me break down the income of that $1 million year. So I made about $900,000 from my mastermind six-figure liberation. And so that is a $15,000 offer. I then made $500,000 inside of my program, Five-Figure Freedom. And that offer was $5,000. And then we dropped it down to $2,500. And I did that because I just wanted it to be easier to sell. I just wanted it to be more accessible. And I wanted to meet the average pricing for a program like that in the industry. We then sold $100,000 for my live in-person event, the Emancipation Experience. There are tickets below in the description for you to buy. And we brought in about $100,000 for that event. So that is the breakdown of all the numbers. So you might be like, Dielle, I am nowhere near that. Dielle, that seems way too big. Don't worry, I understand. You will eventually get to that level too. I just started off as a social worker making only $2,500 a month in my 9-to-5 job, and I was so excited every time I even got a $500 payment from a client. So if you're nowhere near this, that's okay. Allow it to inspire you, not get you down. Here's everything we did to actually create those numbers and have those big successes in our income. We did 5 launches for both of these programs. And so I launched Five-Figure Freedom in February. I then launched Six-Figure Liberation in April. I turned around and launched Five-Figure Freedom again in June. We took a summer break and then I launched Six-Figure Liberation in September. And then we ended the year in November with another Five-Figure Freedom launch. And so we took some time off from launches, but we pretty much always had a launch coming up. And I like running my business like that. I like always knowing when I'm going to get another cash injection of clients. I like doing webinars and having big launches. So it's a very predictable way for me to make a lot of money. I know so many people are like, launching is unsustainable, launching is unpredictable. Launching is only unsustainable and unpredictable if you don't have a plan and if you aren't good at it. So I happen to be excellent at launching. I teach launching for a living. So I happen to be very good at it and I can count on it as a strategy for myself. And so also my team knows how to put on a launch. They have launch systems, launch SOPs. They have ways of making launching very simple for the team to manage. I was just speaking to my operations manager and we're currently in the thick of updating a lot of our systems. And her and I were joking, like, remember when all we had to do was launch and launching was the easiest thing in the world? So we're actually getting back to that. And I'll talk about some of the wins and some of the changes that we're going to making to the business because of that. But launching can feel incredibly easy and incredibly simple. So with those 5 launches, we also did 2 events on top of that. So we used to do events for my Six-Figure Liberation Mastermind program. We now have discontinued them and we only do our big emancipation event that we do in April. And so we stopped doing those events, but that was something that we were doing as well. So in January and in July, we did a meetup with all of our clients inside of Six-Figure Liberation too. Something else that we did in 2023 is we started this YouTube channel. And so I've been wanting to get on YouTube for a very, very long time. So we got on this YouTube channel and we started creating videos every single week. And so this was one of the best things that I did in 2023. We saw really great success on YouTube pretty quickly. And it's been one of my favorite parts of my business that I did. Now let's talk about the team behind the scenes that helped me make all of this money, because it definitely was not just me. And also, I just love to be transparent, and you can have $1 million business, but that does not mean that you are personally paid $1 million. I have a team. Like I said, I did live events. I always have other expenses happening in the business. So when someone talks about that they're a millionaire, they mean that they own $1 million business and they are $1 million earner, but that doesn't mean that they they get to take home $1 million. So on my team, I have my operations manager. I also have a coaching team. So I have my coaching manager and then 2 co-coaches that have worked with her, and they help me run my coaching programs. They deliver my coaching programs for me when I'm traveling or when I'm out sick. I also have an accountant, a podcast manager, a YouTube agency, and I also work with lots of other contractors too. So I might have a video editor with other video projects that we're doing for the company. I have my Facebook ad strategist. I had an event planner. I also had an executive assistant to help me manage my personal life. And that was everyone on my team. Everyone on my team is a contractor, so I don't have any employees other than myself. And I love that flexibility. They have other clients. I get to make sure that my expenses are low and we keep the rules flexible for everyone. And it also forces me to have really good systems because I don't have anybody full-time in my business. I have to make sure that the time that I do have allotted are really simple, clear tasks for them to get things done on my behalf. I also have invested in coaching, and so I have a team supporting me, plus I have coaches supporting me as well. I'm inside of a business mastermind. I have a life coach. I've also gotten lots of money coaching on wealth building. I've also done health coaching and somatic coaching as well to help make sure that my body is in tip-top shape. So I have a team supporting me and I have coaches supporting me to make sure that I am working optimally as much as possible. So here are the 3 lessons that I learned from having my second $1 million year in a row. More does not always mean better. So something that really happened during this year is I thought, okay, well, what if I just sent more emails? What if we posted more on social media? What if we just did more? More doesn't always work and more doesn't always convert. It's more important to focus on simple things that convert, the things that are repeatable that convert, and the things that you have confidence in that can convert versus just adding more to your plate. So for example, I am a webinar girl. I'll do a webinar, I'll throw up a webinar so quick, they're very easy for me to do, and I make a lot of money off of our webinars. But I decided, well, what if we did more? So this year in 2023, I decided to do a 3-day challenge where it was like a webinar, but times 3. And it ended up converting the same way my past webinars did. And so even though I did more work, I got the same result because more does not always mean better. The second lesson I learned is that you need to focus on conversions, meaning sales versus metrics. I don't know when I got into this funk about my audience size, but as a small audience girl, I think I got fed up with being small. I think I wanted more people to know who I am, more people to get insights from me, more people to find me. I think I was like, why aren't I growing faster and more? And so I then got on this rampage of I need more Instagram followers and I need more subscribers, and I was really worried about the metrics. And so one launch, we even got more people into our webinar. We even got more followers. The conversions, again, were the same. So it's so important to focus on the actual conversion mechanism versus just vanity metrics or numbers that don't have anything to do with your bottom line. And then the biggest lesson that I learned, and it has to do with this YouTube channel, is to try new things fast. If you're anything like me, you might have a lot of anxiety, you might have a lot of fears. I'm definitely wimbly worry. I worry all the time. And so I get these new ideas all the time to do all these things, but I never do them, just like a lot of you all. I might procrastinate, I might tell myself that they're not gonna work, I might say that they're a waste of time, and I beat myself up because I don't start them fast enough. But one of the things that I have been doing is learning how to start things fast, learning how to get new ideas out there. So I remember it was February of 2023, and I told myself I want to start a YouTube channel. And I started that fast. I figured out how I wanted to get the videos up, what I wanted the vibe and the style to be of the YouTube channel. And it was one of the best things we've ever done for my business. I've gotten a lot of clients from my YouTube channel, and also I've just grown my brand awareness, and my content shows up on another platform now, which is always good for a business. And I wish I had started this sooner. So whatever new thing you think you want to do, start it fast, put it out there fast, test it out now instead of waiting and waiting and waiting. So this was behind the scenes of my $1.5 million year. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.